Welcome everyone to another video. I hope you're all having an amazing day. It's always nice to see familiar faces, and of course, to share a little more time with you and our orchids. Now, what I brought in today are three very special guests. Each one has its own charm and story. As you can see, one of them has already graced us with a beautiful orchid flower. The petals are soft and perfectly shaped, spreading out like delicate wings. The colors are vivid, glowing slightly in the light, a sign of a well-balanced plant that's truly enjoying life. The other two orchids may not be blooming yet, but they're in the prime of their growth. Their leaves are full, glossy, and rich in color. You can really feel their strength just by looking at them. Each leaf has that healthy sheen that tells us the plant is absorbing nutrients well, and the roots, if you peek through the pot, are firm, thick, and beautifully green when hydrated. These are the kinds of signs that every orchid grower loves to see. It means the plants are happy, and they're telling us so in their own quiet way. Now, most people know that watering with clean water is already very good for orchids. It keeps the roots hydrated and helps flush away any excess salts. But over the years, I've learned that even healthy plants appreciate a little something extra, a special boost that helps them grow stronger, develop richer color, and maintain that radiant energy during both blooming and resting periods. So in today's video, we're going to create a natural solution, something gentle, effective, and easy to make right at home. It'll help your orchids absorb nutrients more efficiently and give their leaves that extra shine of health. So without wasting any more of your time, let's dive right in, get our tools ready, and start preparing this special mix. To start, we'll begin with this beautiful rose. Take a moment to really admire it. The soft, velvety texture of the petals, the gentle curve of each layer, and that delicate fragrance that always seems to lift the mood. Roses are not just beautiful to look at, they also carry natural properties that can help our orchids thrive, a perfect blend of beauty and purpose. Now, we'll slowly begin removing the petals from the flower, one by one. Don't rush this step, be gentle with your touch. Each petal should come off easily when the flower is fully open. Try not to pull too hard, just hold the base and lightly twist until the petal slips free. As we collect the petals, place them in a clean bowl or container. You'll notice how they layer over one another like soft fabric. This is exactly what we want, fresh, vibrant petals that haven't dried or bruised. We'll need about one full handful of petals. That should be enough for our mixture today. If your roses are small, you can use 2 flowers instead. Now we're going to move on to our next ingredient, a special type of vegetable plant called katuk. It's a very well-known plant across many parts of Asia. Some people call it the sweet leaf plant or star gooseberry leaves. It's often used for cooking, herbal drinks, or even as a natural supplement because of its rich nutrients. To some of our Western viewers, this plant might sound a little unfamiliar, but trust me, it's one of those hidden gems in the plant world. Katuk is full of natural minerals and compounds that can help strengthen orchids, especially their leaves and roots. It's also safe, organic, and easy to find if you know what to look for. Now, we're going to carefully remove the leaves from the stems, because that's what we need for our mixture today. The leaves are the part that hold most of the beneficial nutrients, while the stems can be set aside or composted later. Gently pinch each leaf at the base and pull it away from the stem. Make sure the leaves are fresh, dark green, and not wilted. You'll notice the soft texture. That's exactly what we want. Once we have enough leaves, place them in a clean bowl along with our rose petals. Once you've got everything ready, it's time to bring all our ingredients together. Take your bowl of rose petals and katuk leaves and gently place them into a blender. Try not to pack them down too tightly. Let the ingredients sit loosely so the water can move through and blend evenly. Next, we'll fill the blender with clean water, just enough to cover all the petals and leaves inside. You don't need to overfill. We're aiming for a balanced mix, not too thick and not too watery. Before we start blending, make sure the lid is secured tightly. We don't want any splashes. Then, blend everything for about 1 to 2 minutes, or until you see the mixture turn into a smooth, even liquid. You should notice a slightly earthy fragrance mixed with a gentle floral scent. That's how you'll know the ingredients are properly combined. Next, when you're done blending, grab yourself a fine strainer or a piece of clean cloth, something that can filter out even the smallest particles. We're going to slowly pour the mixture through. Take your time here and let gravity do the work. You'll notice that some of the thicker plant fibers and pulp will stay behind. These are the parts that couldn't be fully broken down by the blender. What we're left with is a beautiful, smooth nutrient solution, light in texture, with a soft green tint from the katuk leaves and a gentle fragrance from the rose petals. To balance out the strong flavor, we'll add a bit more clean water into our mixture. This helps to dilute the concentration just enough so it's gentle on the orchid's roots and leaves. Remember, orchids are delicate plants. They respond best to mild, balanced nutrients rather than anything too strong. Let's start applying this delicious solution to our orchids. This is the moment where all our effort really pays off. The first thing we want to do is grab a clean tissue or a soft piece of cloth. Dip it gently into the solution, making sure it's fully soaked, not dripping, but nicely damp so it can hold that nutrient mix. Now, start slowly wiping across the leaves of the orchid, moving from the base outward toward the tip. Use gentle strokes. Remember, the leaves are delicate and can bruise if pressed too hard. This step not only feeds the plant, but also cleans away dust and buildup that blocks sunlight and airflow. Don't forget to wipe the underside of the leaves too. That's where a lot of hidden dirt and pests can cling. As you do this, you might notice the leaves start to shine lightly. That's the natural oil and moisture from our rose and katuk blend taking effect. Once that's done, we'll repeat the same process for the other orchids we brought in for today's video. It's a little bit of work, but it's incredibly satisfying to see them looking fresh, clean, and alive again. While we're doing this, I want to share with you a few fun facts about orchids. These plants have one of the most fascinating histories in the world of horticulture, and their story goes back far further than most people realize. Orchids have been admired for thousands of years. In fact, ancient civilizations such as the Chinese, Greeks, and Aztecs all had their own beliefs and uses for them. The Chinese associated orchids with integrity, friendship, and refinement, while in ancient Greece, orchids were symbols of love and fertility. Some even believed the shape of the plant could determine the gender of an unborn child. That's how mystical these flowers were considered. But it wasn't until the early 20th century that modern orchid cultivation truly began to flourish. Scientists and horticulturists made a groundbreaking discovery: how to germinate orchid seeds in a sterile medium. You see, orchid seeds are almost microscopic. They have no nutrients stored inside, which means in the wild, they rely on a very specific fungus to help them grow. That's why, for centuries, orchids were considered nearly impossible to cultivate. When the sterile germination technique was developed, it completely changed the world of orchid growing. For the first time, people could grow orchids safely and successfully in greenhouses and homes. No fungus required. This was the beginning of the modern orchid industry, a moment that turned a once rare treasure into a plant loved by millions across the globe. Not long after that, hybridization became the next big revolution. Growers learned how to cross different orchid species to create entirely new hybrids, unique in color, shape, and even fragrance. This led to an explosion of diversity. Suddenly, there were orchids in every shade of pink, purple, white, yellow, and even blue. Each hybrid carried its own name, its own little story, making orchid collecting a passionate hobby for many people. And today, orchids are one of the most popular flowering plants in the world. They're no longer a symbol of wealth or privilege. Instead, they represent beauty, patience, and love. Every bloom you see carries with it a piece of that long history, centuries of fascination, science, and care. So while we're gently wiping these leaves, just remember that you're not only nurturing a plant, you're continuing a tradition that's been cherished by countless generations. And that's what makes growing orchids so special. It connects us to both nature and history in the most beautiful way. Next, using a clean spray bottle, we're going to fill it with our freshly made solution. Make sure the bottle is completely clean and free from any old residue or chemicals. We want our orchids to get only the pure nutrients from this mix. Carefully pour the solution through a small funnel if you have one. It helps prevent spills and keeps everything neat. Once the bottle is full, give it a gentle shake to make sure the solution is evenly mixed. You'll notice the beautiful soft green tint of the liquid. That's the color of life and nutrients working together. Now, we're ready to mist our orchids. Start by holding the bottle a few inches away from the leaves and spray a light, even mist over the entire plant. Move your hands slowly so the mist can settle gently on the surface. We're not trying to drench the plant, just to refresh it and let the nutrients absorb naturally. Focus especially on the undersides of the leaves. That's where orchids take in moisture most efficiently. A gentle mist like this helps hydrate the leaves, clean away dust, and deliver a thin layer of nourishment that the plant can slowly absorb over time. As you spray, you'll notice the leaves start to glisten under the light. It's such a peaceful sight, like a soft morning rain in the garden. Take your time and enjoy the process. Your orchids will absolutely love this treatment. While we're misting the plant, I want to share something interesting with you. Have you ever heard of a book called The Orchid Whisperer: Expert Secrets for Growing Beautiful Orchids? It's an amazing book, and if you're someone who truly wants to understand orchids, not just how to water them, but how to read them, this is a must-read. The author explains everything in such a simple, comforting way, from choosing the right potting medium to understanding the signs your orchid gives when it's happy or stressed. It's written almost like a conversation, calm, easy to follow, and full of useful little details that you can start applying right away. What I really love about it is how it teaches you to see orchids not just as houseplants, but as living companions that respond to how you care for them. It talks about balance, light, water, air, and patience, the same things we've been practicing in this video. So if you enjoy learning through stories and real experience, I highly recommend you give it a read. Whether you're new to orchids or already growing a small collection, there's always something new to discover. And who knows, after reading it, you might find yourself understanding your orchids just a little better, maybe even becoming an orchid whisperer yourself. With the remaining solution, we're going to pour it directly into the pot using a watering can. Make sure your watering can is clean, free from any leftover fertilizer or soap, because orchids are sensitive to harsh residues. I always recommend using one dedicated just for orchids, so you don't risk any chemical contamination. Now, as you start pouring, aim the stream around the inner edge of the pot instead of the crown of the plant. This helps the roots absorb moisture evenly while preventing the crown from staying wet for too long, which can lead to crown rot if left unattended. You'll notice how the solution slowly seeps through the moss and bark. Take your time and don't rush this step. Orchids don't like sudden flooding. Let the medium drink up the nutrients bit by bit, just like how rain would fall softly in nature. It's that gentle rhythm that keeps the roots healthy and active. As you continue, you might see a few air bubbles rising to the surface. That's perfectly normal. It means air pockets within the pot are being filled with nutrient-rich liquid, reaching areas that might have been dry before. This is exactly what we want. After a while, you'll notice the excess solution starting to drain out from the bottom. That's a good sign. It shows that your potting mix has excellent drainage and your orchid isn't sitting in stagnant water. Good drainage keeps the roots strong, prevents rot, and encourages new root growth to reach deeper into the pot. While watering, I always think of this as giving the plant a well-deserved treat. After all the cleaning and misting we've done earlier, this final step completes the cycle of care. The roots are now absorbing all those organic nutrients from the rose petals and katuk leaves. It's a natural combination that nourishes the plant from within, helping the leaves stay lush and the flowers stay vibrant for longer. And finally, using a clean, dry cloth, we're going to gently wipe across the surface of the leaves. This step might seem small, but it's actually one of the most important finishing touches in orchid care. After all that misting and watering, the leaves can sometimes hold onto a thin film of the solution. If we leave that to dry, it might attract dust or even block the plant's ability to breathe properly through its pores, called stomata. So, take your time with this part. Gently support each leaf with one hand from underneath. Then use your dry cloth to wipe from the base all the way to the tip in a smooth, single motion. Avoid rubbing too hard. Orchids are delicate, and their leaves can bruise easily if too much pressure is applied. If you notice any residue, like tiny water spots or dried mineral marks, you can lightly buff them away with soft circular motions. This not only cleans the surface, but also helps the leaves regain that healthy, natural shine that makes orchids so beautiful to look at. As you go, take a moment to observe your plant closely. Look for new roots peeking through the pot, small nodes that might turn into flower spikes, or subtle color changes in the leaves. These are little signs that tell you your orchid is happy and responding well to your care. When all the leaves are done, step back and take a look at your plant. The way it catches the light, the soft texture of the clean leaves, and that feeling of freshness all around. It's not just about keeping the orchid healthy. It's also about creating a small, peaceful ritual where you can connect with the plant. And there we have it. A perfectly nourished and refreshed orchid, ready to keep growing strong and beautiful in the days ahead. After 2 weeks, you can already see some very encouraging signs. The orchid looks so much healthier than before. The leaves that were once dull and tired now appear firmer and more vibrant. The overall color is returning to that rich, lively green we always want to see. If you look closer, you'll notice small, bright green tips starting to appear from the base of the roots. That's fresh root development. These new roots are the plant's way of showing that it's absorbing the nutrients and adjusting well to its new environment. Each little growth tip means your orchid is actively recovering and pushing forward with renewed strength. The leaves, too, may start to feel more plump and elastic to the touch, a clear sign that the plant has regained proper hydration and is storing water effectively again. Some of the older leaves might still show slight wrinkles, and that's okay. It's a normal part of the healing process as the plant shifts its energy into growing new tissue. And here's something beautiful. You might also see a hint of new growth emerging from the stem or crown, possibly a baby leaf or even the early sign of a flower spike. But our main reward is right here, these absolutely beautiful flowers. Just look at them. The way each petal opens so gracefully showing off those delicate curves and rich colors. It's truly something magical. You can almost feel how proud the plant is after all the care and attention we've given it. The blooms are not just pretty to look at. They're living proof that every bit of effort we put in has paid off. From the gentle leaf wiping, the nutrient solution, to the consistent watering schedule, all of it has led up to this moment. Orchids don't bloom out of luck. They bloom when they feel safe, balanced, and loved. Take a moment to notice the texture of the petals, smooth, soft, and slightly translucent when the light passes through them. The fragrance might be faint or strong depending on the type, but always carries that elegant sweetness only orchids have. And there you have it. Our orchid has gone from weak and lifeless to healthy, vibrant, and full of new growth. It's truly amazing what a bit of patience, care, and the right natural solution can do. Watching those roots come back to life and the leaves regain their shine, it's one of the most rewarding moments for any orchid grower. So, if you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you're enjoying this kind of content. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you won't miss out on the next tutorial where we'll be testing another homemade mix to boost orchid blooms even further. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear how your orchids are doing or what kind of results you've had trying out natural care methods like this one. Every orchid has its own story, and I always enjoy reading yours. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your orchids continue to grow beautifully and bring more life into your garden or home. Until next time, happy growing, orchid lovers.